Trello tutorial, how to use Trello. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you about Trello and how you can use it, and I'm going to be going in real in-depth, and I'm going to show you all of its features, price, how you can use it, and how you can go ahead and set up all of your projects. So let's get into it. Currently I believe they did a overhaul, like a UI overhaul, so I think it's a little bit more prettier now. So let's get into it. So first things first, you want to go ahead and sign up. The sign up is free, and you can click on get Trello for free over here, or just simply input your email address over here and click on sign up. So just input your email address and click on the button, and it'll take you over here. Now here you can go ahead and sign up with your email address or continue with Google or Microsoft, Apple, or Slack. Totally depends on you. Let's go with Google since it'll fill out most of the details for us, but let's go with email for now. And next, what brings you here today? Next, we're going to go ahead and sign up, and we should be good to go. So we can skip this step as well, but I prefer to go ahead and do this anyway. So I want to go ahead and manage some team projects, and this is like a little preview that it's going to give us. If we go with personal tasks and to-dos, this is how it would look like over here. Organize ideas and works, this is how it's going to look like. So this is like a Kanban view. Personally, I would go with this one, like to-do list and redo, and this is like a personal board. I personally would go with this one. Kanbans are easy, it's simple. We can change the views later on, but we're going to continue with this first one, and then click on continue. Now, welcome to Trello. This is the inbox. This is what I was talking about. This is what they added into Trello as of right now. And you can see right here, this is a space for adding to-dos, which can be created manually or imported from apps or cards. And if you click on continue, we can go ahead and add cards by clicking on this button, right? So over here, let's start by adding your first card. So here you can go ahead and click on add card, and here you can add a to-do, i.e. book flights or whatever. So here, let's go with the one task that we are going to go ahead and create. So let's say this is the task that we want to add, right? So next, we'll go ahead and click on add the card, and now we can basically add a bunch of other ones as well. Just type in the task that you want, and then we are good to go. So here I'll add another one, and I'll add one more. And once we've done this, we'll click on next and click on continue. So here you can also add cards to your inbox with apps, like for example, Gmail, with your phone, with Slack or Microsoft Teams. But for now, we should be good to go. And then we can click on continue. So here is now your first board where you'll organize your to-dos. Inbox is going to have all of your to-dos. Then you can go ahead and drag and drop them over here. So for example, boards and lists are customizable. Here you can add them as well. So click on continue, and now we can just go ahead and start dragging and dropping them within the board. And here we can just simply check them out by clicking on this button and marking it as complete. So pretty cool, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this tutorial, bypass it, and move on to the real actual video. So now let's go ahead and verify it as well. So open up email and verify your email address for your Trello account. And once you've verified it, it's going to take you over here where you just go ahead and enter your full name and your password for your account, and then we will move on. And this is how it looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and go to our first board, and this is how it looks like. So they just basically gave us these little tasks or videos to get started with. This, like the Trello guide. We can go ahead and turn this off as well. Like we can go ahead and archive this list or remove this list or remove it or whatever. So I just want to archive it. So we'll just go ahead and archive it. Actually, we'll just archive this entire list. There we go. So now that that's done, this is how this list looks like. All right. So we have our board over here. So you might have noticed if that they have done a whole UI overhaul. Trello did not look something like this. They've changed everything. Before, it was very similar to Monday.com and other ones as well. Like they were all very similar. They just had different features and stuff like that. That's what made them different. But now Trello has basically changed everything. So down below, you've got your boards, I would say, like this little option that gives you a bunch of different options. Like this was the planner, this is the inbox where you can see right here, and this is the switchboard option where you can go ahead and switch between different boards and different workspaces, and you can turn them on and off by just simply clicking on this button as well. So this is how it would look like. All right, so I'm gonna keep the planner over here on the right hand side. So planner, you're going to go ahead and connect it to a calendar. That way you will go ahead and see all of your upcoming events and holidays over here, and any other social or work related plan that you've planned previously. So it's going to show up over here, and here you will see all of your works and all of your boards. So I'm just simply going to go ahead and drag and drop all of the boards right here. And since this is marked complete, I want to add a new board over here, or a new list that is going to be the complete list. And here, whenever something is marked, it'll be moved over here so that we can go ahead and keep a track of it. Now we can go ahead and add a automation to it, so that we won't have to just manually just tick it and then move it. We just have to just tick it and it'll automatically move it. I'll show you that in a sec later on. But for now, this is how the overall Trello looks like. I'm just going to give you a little overview of it, show you how you can work around with it, you know, a little walkthrough of the UI, and then we'll move on to the rest of the video and the rest of the features. All right, so moving on over here, when we create a task, if we open it up, we can go ahead and input all the details that we would need. So for example, here, this is the link, right? This is the task. In the description, we can add a bunch of other descriptions. We can add links. We can add paragraphs that we can go ahead and type a list of all the checkpoints, SOPs, whatever we want to do into this description section, so that we can keep a idea of what we want in this video or in this task. We can set labels. We can set dates, due dates, past dates. We can add checklist, and we can add members. Members are going to be where people go ahead and basically assign that task to themselves, or this member section could be the assign section. And here we got the comment history. We can see all the comments and all the details of it. So for example, let's take this video and we'll copy the link and come over here and paste it, and this will be added over here. So this could be like a little preview, and here in the description we can go ahead and type, make sure to, so something like this, we can add it and keep it safe. There we go. So make sure to check out the video. This could be like a little demo or tutorial video on what we want and what we expect within this task. And then in the add section, we can add labels, dates, assignees or members, location, custom fields, attachment, whatever you want. And there you have it. And that's how you can set up different tasks within this board. Now, what if you wanted to change the board, right? So over here, we can change the views. And also, if you want, you can change the names of this board as well. So if you click over here, this is the today section. Just simply click over here. We can go with to do. And here, instead of this week, we'll go with in progress. And this could be completed, or actually this could be done. And this could be, yeah, mark completed. Yeah. So this is how you could say this. And also, since we already have a completed section, we won't need it done. So instead of that, I'll just add an error section. So if any topics or any tasks that, you know, we stumble upon have some sort of an issue, we can go ahead and put those in this little section over here, and we'll put them right here. There you go. So now this is how it would look like. And of course, we can change the view of the board by clicking on this board view or clicking on this view section. And here we can go with tables, calendars, dashboards, timeline, maps as well. So currently we have the boards view. Let's go with the tables view. This is how the tables view would look like. We would have cards. We would have the list, labels, members, and due dates over here. This is like a simple little list type of view. And if you go with calendar, we can see the calendar, but instead of all the tasks over here, this is basically a calendar. So nothing over here, nothing too crazy. And this is going to be the dashboard, where we will see card per lists. All right. Cards per due date and cards per member. And we can add more stuff and more data to it so that we can go ahead and quickly glance at it and see what's going on within the entire board. And we can also click on this plus button and we can add a chart or a graph. So we can add a bar graph, a pie graph, or a line chart. Let's go with the line chart and click on next. And now we choose what we want. So time frame for the past week, and type, we will go cards per label or cards per member. Or actually, we'll go with cards per member. But we don't have a lot of members, so I don't know. We'll just go with the per list and click on add title. And this is how we can add titles over here. So now you can see that to-dos over here, in progress, error, and complete. So we got 4 of them. 0 over here, 1 incomplete, 2, 0 over here. And then we have 3 in the to-do list over here. So you can see in this line, it's giving us all of the information that we would need. So that's how we can change views, and that's the dashboard view. And then we have the timeline view. Here we will see due date. So for example, if I change the view from back and then I add due dates on all of these tasks. So let's say this is due on the 12th. On save, and this one is due on, let's say, the 10th. Click on save, and this one is due 8th. Click on save. There we go. So now we have 8, 10, 12. So now if we go with timeline, we should find, there we go. So now we can see these are the tasks that are available by date right here. And also, if we go ahead and change it to calendar, we will see all these different tasks within those specific dates as well. And now also, if we change up the view and go into dashboard, we can see due later, and now we have a little bit more data and different settings as well. So there you have it. That's how you can go ahead and navigate throughout Trello. And also over here on the left hand side, you can see you have all of your main Trello apps, but this is where it looks like, right? So now also we go back into the dashboard, right? This is just one workflow. You can see right here at the bottom, we've got switchboards. If you want to have more workspaces, if you click over here, this is the one workspace. Over here, you can go ahead and click on the plus button, hover out over the workspace, click on the plus button, and you can go ahead and create a whole new workspace. You can change the backgrounds, you can change the colors, the titles, the visibility. It'll be whether it's a private board, public, whatever you want to go with, you can go ahead and create a new one. And it's as simple as that. Also, if you want to edit this board, click on these 3 buttons. Here you will find the option to change the background. Click on change background. Here you can select photos or colors of whatever you want. But yeah, there you go. All right. So now that you know the entire layout of Trello, how you can create tasks, how you can switch between views, how you can go ahead and create different workspaces and stuff like that, let's move ahead and dive into automations and apps. So here at the top right corner, you can see we have power-ups, we have automations, we have all these different options, right? In automations, you've got rules, buttons, email supports, and stuff like that. This is the rules section where we go ahead and create rules that are basically automations that automatically respond to an action that you've already scheduled, right? So for example, as I said before, if we were to go ahead and mark them as complete, right, we would want them to automatically move to the complete status over here instead of us just manually dragging them over there. That's the one that we're going to create. So we're going to click on automations, click on rules, and we're going to create it. So I'm going to close this inbox right here just so we could get a broader view. And here in rules, we can create automations. So let's go ahead and create one. Now we select the trigger, then we select the action, and then we review and save. So first we select the trigger, and the trigger is going to be when a card is created, emailed, or stuff like that. This is card move. We want to click on change when a card is marked complete. There we go. This is the one that we want. In a card by me or by anyone. Let's go with that one. And when the green label is added to a card, then these are different ones, right? These are all different ones. But this is the first one that we want to focus on. When the card is marked complete in the card by anyone, we're going to click on the plus button. Now we're going to move on to the select action. That's the action. Now we select move the card to the top of the list and we select the complete list. There we go. And now we click on the plus button and this is going to go ahead and create the automation. So when the card is marked as complete in a card by anyone, then move the card to the top of the list in the complete list over here. Yep, that's the one that we want. We're going to click on save. Boom. The rule has now been created. The automation is now enabled. Now, if we go ahead and jump into the board section, now if I just simply go ahead and mark them as complete, the automation should kick in and automatically move them right here. And there we go. This is what I was talking about. Automations like these is going to save you a lot of time, and you can set up different automations for repetitive stuff like this so that you can save a lot of time and focus your time on other more important stuff. And of course we can set up other automations as well. So we come over here onto automations, go into rules. Here we've got some rules that are available over here, and then here we can create automations, select trigger. So we already did this card when a card is added to board or moved out, stuff like that. So these are the ones that we can create when a card is marked. We already did this. So let's do this. When a card is added to by anyone, right? Or actually we'll go with moved into the board by anyone. Click on plus, and then we select members, join the card. Actually, we would like to get a notification. I don't think, is there a notification option? There should be. It's Cascade. I feel like there's the Jira and the Slack one, but we need to go ahead and connect the Slack ones over here. But I suppose we can connect it just in case. So let's go ahead and actually do this. I would need to go ahead and log in into Slack. So I'm going to do that. Now, in order for us to go ahead and connect Slack, it's going to be a little bit different. We got to go ahead and open up the browser or the desktop application and visit it over here. Enter the address and click on sign in with email. And we have a single sign-in SEO required. And then we can go ahead and get started with that. So it's a little bit tricky. All right, so now that we're logged in, now we can go back over here onto Trello. We have to authorize it for, okay. So click over here. Gonna open up the automation. All right, so it's still loading. I don't understand why it keeps loading. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install the Trello app within Slack, and then hopefully it'll work. So in Slack, come over here into more, and then here click on apps. You can find Trello over here. If it doesn't appear, you can search for it in the search bar. Since it's over here, I'm gonna go ahead and install it, and it'll open up here in another tab. We have the new workspace set up. We're just simply gonna install it and add it to Slack. Click on allow, and here we go. So now we can just simply allow it, and success. There we go. We can now close this tab, and now we should be good to go. So in apps, let me reload over here, and then here we can see we have the view app over here as well in the automation section, view apps. So let's go with connect with Slack. Click on allow. I believe we already done this in the other tab, but just in case, we'll do it here as well. There we go. Connected workspace is new. Now I believe we can go ahead and set up rules for this one as well. So if we come over here into rules, create automation, select trigger when a card is moved into by anyone, then select Slack over here. Then you can select message and select Slack channels, and then new workspace as butler, and we'll just say something like that. I don't know. Then we'll click on plus when a card is moved, post message. I think that looks good. Click on save. Now that that's active, if we come back over here, if we mark it as complete, it'll automatically move it. And here we should get the message. All right, so I don't think it worked. Let me try again. Let me actually move it around. Wait, did I actually set up? All right, let's try again. Now if we mark it as complete, it'll move the card into the complete section, and we should get, there we go, card moved. We got it. So I forgot to change the butler, that's why, but we still got the message. So there you go. So that's how we can go ahead and use automations to streamline our work. Now I didn't have to move it over here. I didn't have to go ahead and send a message into the board letting the team know that the card has been moved or stuff like that. Everything was automatic. So that's what you can do with automations, and it's as simple as that. So that's how you can add automations as well. And again, if you want to collect different applications, come over here into the automation sections. Here you can view apps and you can connect apps as well. So there you go. I showed you how you can use Trello fairly as a beginner and showcased everything, how to create cards, how to navigate Trello, how to change views, how to create automations, how to connect applications in Slack, and how to message and everything. So everything works out. Now, if it is free, everything was free in this video. I didn't create a plan, but if you want to choose a plan, it is going to cost you. And this is the plans right here. So you can see right here, we've got the free plan, the standard one, the premium, and here we can see all of the features available in each of these different plans. So you can go ahead and select any of these plans and it'll work out for you. Make sure to go ahead and select the one that works for you. Normally the standard one would be the one to go with, since it does offer everything you would possibly need, like all power-ups, unlimited power-ups, boards. It gives you lists, colors, collapsible monitoring, and everything. Basically, it even gives you like file attachment up to 250 megabytes, so that's also pretty cool, and also gives you access to Jira, custom fields, save searches, and everything. If you need more table views and stuff like that, then that would require for you to go ahead and get the premium plan, but totally depends on you. But yeah, 16, 1250, and yeah, then that we have the enterprise. But yeah, that's the total pricing of Trello. So there you have it. These were everything you need to know about Trello, how you can use it, how you can set it up as a complete beginner. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications, and I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, take care and goodbye.